Well, I thought about Virginia when I saw this Reddit thread going around of what do you intentionally mispronounce?
Chicken.
And I thought it might just be a Virginia thing before, but I realized that a lot of people do this, and I think they do it for a lot of the same reasons Virginia does. It's to troll on other people.
Oh, big time.
Or they just like how a word sounds, and they know it drives people crazy, so she'll say chicken or milk or boogaler, whatever you say.
This one. Burrito, Cheeto.
Yes.
Frito.
She is the one that is driving everybody crazy by doing that. But when I saw this, I'm like, oh gosh, there are a lot of sick, twisted people just like Virginia.
It's fun. I mean, yes, I could say chicken, but what fun is that? It's so much more fun to say chicken.
There's more you do. We're missing a big catalog
got a ton.
of her material.
She is the worst offender that I know in life.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, but it was kind of interesting that for a lot of the same reasons, one person was on the thread and they said, I was just so sick of people always correcting me. I would say GIF and be like, no, it's GIF. I'd say GIF. They'd be like, no, it's GIF. And, so now I call them GIFs.
Yeah, just to kind of get the blood
just
boiling.
watch people GIFs? What? GIFs? So that is their own that's kind of their defense mechanism. Okay, well, if I can't get it right, I'm just going to call them GIFs. Something I know is absolutely wrong.
Yeah, if you get corrected too much, you could go the other way and just say, all right, fine, it's now chicken.
That's it. That's it. So
Chicken.
I think the more you press on that person for how they're pronouncing it wrong, it's just going to drive them further into the category of I'm going to do it just to spite you. One mom was talking about how she says, I call it the Google to annoy my kids. They're like, Mom, it's not the Google. It's Google.
That's awesome.
Kids, could you help me out with the Google? Mom, it's not the Google.
Do I find the Google on the internet?
Yeah. Another person makes people cringe when they say, yeah, I'll give it a Goog. That is their way of saying that I'm going to search out something online. The one word I do know flips a lot of people out. And this person, they do it intentionally. They use the irregardless, which, people, that's one of those things. It's almost like the there. If you're writing something out, people lose their mind on that. It's the regardless or irregardless. Couldn't care less.
Yeah, if you really want to see people lose their mind, just spell there or use it in the wrong way on the internet, and you'll get engagement under posts.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, it's a fun way to troll. Another person said, I always just call it McDonald's, really emphasizing the Mac. It's not Mick, it's Mac. Another person loves to go to wine tastings, and they'd be like, yes, could I try the Merlot?
That's awesome.
People become so twisted.
That's
when I do
awesome.
that. People who love espresso like to just intentionally call it espresso because, that flips people out.
The one that people get on me about that I know that's annoying, program. Thank you guys for listening to our program.
Okay.
Program, birds,
program. Another person likes to pronounce the state Arkansas as Arkansas. You drive people crazy. Someone else, instead of scissors, goes with skizzers. It sounds like a hip-hop term, doesn't it?
Skizzers.
Yeah, give me them skizzers. And I like this one. Do you remember the old bit they used to do on Saturday Night Live? I think it was Will Ferrell when he was playing George Bush. And he said strategy wrong.
Yes.
Strategery.
Strategery. That's amazing.
And then,
what about the one that Denny's does? Instead of Parmesan cheese, he calls it Parmesan.
Parmesan, champagne.
People are like, no, it's not Parmesan, you idiot.
it is amazing how twisted some people get when you play this. Another person says, I always like to just throw out, yeah, it's not rocket surgery. People get twisted.
They look at you like, wait, what?
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.